Yeah.
Make some noise because you are never gonna believe it when you hear it, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only, the legendary Morgan Beatboxer.
Yes!
Welcome, people!
Yes!
Unbelievable. Look at him, the man, the legend.
Yeah, it's been a while.
When last did I see? Was it Nell Spread?
Damn, yeah.
Was it Nell Spread?
Yeah.
And you slept over. We crashed on the same couch.
Tell
We were doing
us
some
the
tour.
story.
I can't remember.
Did you cuddle, guys?
Hey, what happens on tour?
Big
stays-
spoon.
Right.
Was he the little spoon?
But may I just say, you were my best. I've had many.
Okay. This is awkward.
I've had better. I've had better, but not many.
and I use my mouth, right? To entertain.
Come on. Listen, we could sit and talk for days, but just do some. Come on, you got to start us up with a grand intro. Come on.
Definitely, yeah. Okay, it's good to be here.
It's so good to have you here.
And I got one thing to say.
That was so good. Yeah, that is so amazing. There you go, kids. What do you tell everybody at the family gatherings? Because I mean, I don't know about you guys, I have enough of a struggle to try and explain that I'm a DJ and that it's something incredible that you can actually do for a living, and then you come along. I mean, how does that conversation
It's
even...
tough. You can't tell people like what I do. I got to do it. Like my grand would go, "My son is a beatboxer," and her friends would go, "What is that?" And I can't. Like I make music with my mouth. They wouldn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So you got it. Always comes with a demo. So
Right.
I'm a walking jukebox.
That is so cool. So yeah, that's interesting. So you describe beatboxing. You're a performer.
Yeah.
But would you say would musician? Would that be an accurate kind of like?
Yeah, I'm entertainer. I don't know. I've kind of stemmed away from just beatboxing and actually working on an entertainment show. You know, like so I incorporate a bit of comedy and like some storytelling, like who's at the door. You know, like sound effects like that, phoning people. You know, like people answering.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So you watch it. I mean, do you have a tech rider? We always laugh at artists come in here and they've got these insane tech riders. You know, they want Evian water or they want like trampoline, jumping castle, wine gums.
3-ply toilet paper.
Really?
No, not me. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I don't need any equipment, right? Because I just walk in. It's funny when I do gigs with bands and they're setting up everything and they got this massive tech rider and they need monitors and this and that and the next. And I just walk in and like, it's all here, right? It's in my throat.
Yes.
So my tech rider is literally, give me tequila.
Right
Yes.
on. Right on. So I remember when I first met you, you were developing this thing where you wanted to break the record to be able to do the most amount of sounds at the same time.
Yeah. So,
and then you actually went and did it.
yeah, so I was layering sounds on top of each other and just trying to get as many as I can on top of each other. And so far I'm sitting on eight sounds layered on top of each other.
8 sounds at the same time.
At the same time.
Roselle.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
remember when we met? I was like, Roselle. I was so obsessed with Roselle.
You were like, Morgan, in your set, you got to do Roselle. You got to
Yeah.
do Roselle.
Yeah.
That was lovely.
Can you do a bit of Roselle?
Yeah, of course.
Do a bit of
Definitely.
Roselle for
Haven't
us?
done this for long. All right, so you got the singing. If your mother out, lean out. Now I'm going to do that with a beat, right? If your mother out, lean out now. If your mother
Oh, yes.
lean out now.
Cheapers.
And that was what got you go. Well, this is what kind of got us.
2000, yeah.
Remember, it was
that came out 2001. I got hold of it about 2009. And that's what got pretty much every beatboxer started. I can say that.
Oh, would
hands
you
down.
say that, really?
Yeah. He was the godfather of noise, still the orchestrator of beatboxing.
And then I know that over the years, I mean, I get to catch you sometimes at gigs, and your show's evolved as well so much. And I Beardy Man comes to mind.
Oh,
you know how much we love
yeah.
Beardy Man. Beardy Man's also like
Love Beardy Man.
incredible guy. You've also developed a unique show, the Morgan Beatbox show.
Sure, yeah.
Where you're incorporating samplers and machines and all sorts of stuff.
Damn, yeah, looping. So I started looping about 2 years ago. Remember we're chatting about Beardy Man and how he loops. He's a master looper, musician, musical, very, very musical. But I've actually focused more on comedy than looping. Reason being is because I want to be that guy, one man, one mic, all organic.
The summer.
No machinery. You know? And so yeah, I've kind of veered off the looping just for a little bit.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
Focusing on my comedy and
Would
on
you?
my show.
There's kids listening now that are just like losing their minds. Okay, could you give us some? Can you give us like a crash course?
yeah,
Like simple things like to actually beatbox, like it's the in and the out and the sucking. It's that
Yeah.
little technique, the basics of doing a basic beatbox. Could you teach
it's
us?
breath control. I mean, so the basic of basic is the kick drum. You got to be able to do
Should we
that.
give this? Do you guys
You almost got it, yeah.
give it a little beat?
And then you got the
It's a hi hat.
yeah. And then you know when you're angry with other cars, yeah. Now you put that together.
Yes, but this is the part that's tricky. Is it's not easy because you run out of breath.
Yeah.
Now there's a trick to being able to breathe. I'm not giving away your stuff here.
So, some of my sounds is me breathing in, and some of my sounds is me breathing out. Here, for example.
So people listening in the car right now, they're stuck in traffic. They could actually try this.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go out now.
Is that all out?
No, it's out and then in. So it's
Out.
so I'm breathing there. I'm going with the beat.
Can you do it? Can you slow it down and simplify it down to like every sound?
The basics.
So we can try that. Yeah.
All right. So let's go. So we got the
That's out.
yes out. Is also out.
So one breath for the first two sounds.
Yeah. And then in. Yeah.
That's a tricky one.
That's a tricky one. Yeah. But you could go out.
And that's how you.
It's starting to sound like a car accident.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's also that's how you loop it because then you'll be breathing while you're doing it.
Exactly. So
Is
like-
it like didgeridoo?
no. A lot of people ask me, can you do circular breathing? I can't. I
Okay.
can't do circular breathing. It's a matter of holding breath, pressurizing it, and letting it out. Yeah.
Okay, after the in. See now what he's doing there?
I'm getting
that's
too
multiple
technical.
sounds. No,
Yeah.
that's fine. Okay, so how the hell would you do 8 sounds? That's impossible.
So that's a matter of, I keep saying this a lot, a matter of, I don't know why. It's a matter of keeping the beats in the front of your mouth, leaving your vocal cords free, right? Now I use my vocal cords. I still got my tongue available. My tongue is still available.
Oh my God.
And I can change that to anything, to a click, hollow clap, go a little bit deeper, which from what I understand, I'm using my false vocal cords here.
What?
It gets trippy. Very, very
That is
trippy.
sick, man. It is so
It's
sick.
trippy.
That is so cool.
Thank
Oh my
y'all.
goodness me. Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? You're hearing it first. He's in the studio. He's a legend, an international sensation. More
Yep.
than beatbox. Can you switch can you do people just want to hear you beatbox, really?
Yeah.
I think this is the point here. So can you if I throw random genres at you,
Okay.
can you do like a session for us, and then we'll throw like random genres and you got to swich.
So I'm the jukebox at the bar. You keep putting
I like
coins
that.
in.
You said you're a human jukebox. Should we
Yeah.
actually test out whether we
Yeah.
do you do weddings?
bar mitzvahs, everything.
Right. Okay. How about reggae? You start off with like a laid back reggae.
All right,
vibe.
all right.
What do you say, Robbie?
Drum and bass.
Drum and bass. And dubstep. Okay, what about something? What about jazz? Do you like jazz? Do you listen to jazz? What else? What else?
Can you do Buddha music, my angel?
That's so insane. That is so insane.
Okay.
Wow, you got so good at this. It's unbelievable. Tell me something. So you said earlier that you veering off into a whole new style of show.
Yeah.
The last like year and a half, 2 years, it's become a comedy show.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Like no more clubs, no more music?
I just found the clubs, obviously when guys are at the clubs, they're drinking, right? They want to party, which really constricts me in my sets. It gives me only 5 minutes because guys want the boom, boom, boom. I can't go to a club and go, right, everyone, I'm going to layer 5 sounds. Everyone, they're in the drinking mood, they want to party. So I veered off into a more seated crowd, a more stand-up show, which brought me into comedy and a lot of my corporates as well. So
you mentioned 80s cop comedies and takes us straight to one of your favorite series of all time, Police Academy, and that crazy man, the actor Michael Winslow, who played Officer Jones. If you're listening to this, if you're an 80s kid, you remember the Police Academy and that insane dude.
Yeah, that guy he had the loudspeaker always, like getting people scared. There's a helicopter.
That's so cool. So was he a big inspiration for this comedy show you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, apart from beatboxing, then you get the sound effects side of things. So like he opened the door. You know what I'm saying? And there's a creak on the door. Like that kind of sound effects is not beatboxing. It's vocal percussion. Sound effects specialism. I don't know how to name it. So I got into the sound effects. I watched a lot of Michael Winslow's stuff. I did the phone gag earlier. And vinyl, like dropping a vinyl.
That's so good. That is so good.
It's brilliant.
That is good.
So give us an idea, like a little taste of what for the Kings and Queens of comedy.
Yeah.
You do a stand-up show like nobody's ever heard before.
Look, I'm still not a 100% comedian. It's a new language to me, but I do have some gags. I mean, I was in Richards Bay. Don't tell Richard. And I do a whole array of sounds, and I use my beatboxing. So it's more to be seen in my show. I'm not going to give anything away.
Okay, all right,
now.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, so when is the Kings and Queens of comedy? Let's give it a plug. Let's sell some tickets. I don't think they need our help.
No,
but maybe there's some left over.
It's a monster lineup. I think it's the biggest lineup I've been on in a comedy point of view. It's the 9th of 10th of Feb. 9th is in Durban, 10th is in Pretoria. You just go Kings and Queens of Comedy on Google. You'll find it. Get your tickets. You do not want to miss this.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's saying it's you and the best in the business.
Yeah.
Right.
All the best in the comedians. Yeah.
Okay. We got somebody who wants to say hi to you. Good morning, 5 FM. You are live with Morgan the Beatboxer. Go for it.
Hey, Roger, it's Nathan Rowe.
Oh my goodness me! What's happening? Nathan!
I have a few concerns, just about my intellectual property.
Right.
This song has become quite an institution, and I'm worried it becomes commercial.
I've already had this conversation with Veranda Panda. Where are my royalties? Oi, oi, oi.
No. I'm not worried about royalties. It's not about the money. It's about the artisticness of the song. It's like it came from a really deep place, and I'm worried that by just sprinkling some beatbox over it, it's gonna, it's putting cinnamon in curry, and it's, I worry.
Okay, so if you're listening and you're wondering, we often do credit Nathan, but Nathan was the band, the performer of our intro, and now it's about to be torn to pieces by Morgan Beatbox. Do you see a potential collaboration on the horizon? Maybe. What do you say, Nathan?
Well, look, I'm nervous, but I want to wish him the best, and I'm sure he's probably going to add something, and I'm going to use this as a way to see if I want to do future collabs in the future.
Nathan, maybe you want to be a judge on his performance. And
I would love to.
And then maybe both of you can come and spend the night in my hotel room. It would be wonderful.
Okay.
That sounds fantastic.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really swing that way, but I'm sure you... yeah, man.
Okay, here we go. Are you up for this?
Food.
Are you up for this? Okay, so here we go. So we've got the original. Nathan's on the line. Nathan's going to evaluate your performance. Morgan Beatbox tears our show intro to pieces. I'm going to play the piece you've given us. Okay, you ready? Are you ready? All eyes, all ears on the radio. Here we go.
You're waking up, and the singing birds are too. But mornings are always better with someone's Rogering It's gonna be
It's gonna be a It's gonna be a
That is so cool. What do you think of that, Nathan?
You know, I'm a little bit emotional. It was beautiful.
Is he going to Sun City?
I'm going to Sun City. I'm going to share your hotel room.
Cheers. Make some noise, Nathan Rowe. We love you as always, sir. It's a bold new world that you are entering as the only stand-up comedian / beatboxer show in town.
Yeah.
You got to check him out. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. The incredible Morgan Beatboxer.
5FM. Watch 5FM TV on YouTube. 5FM.